Why am I nervous right now? Why do I feel like I'm live, like on national TV? Why? Chris, am I on? Rob? Patricia? Carisha? JT? Are we on? I feel like I could cry right now. I feel like I need to take a shot. Should I take a shot? I'm gonna take a shot. Bruh. Oh my God, give me a second, guys.
You have a prepaid call from an inmate at the California Correctional Center here.
This is my life. Let's go get the alcohol. I'll be back. Anyway, life's good. Pussy still good. Eating this cake, wishing that a bitch would. Shout out Glorilla though. Oh my God. So you guys, okay, before I start, I'm gonna take this shot. First things first. I'm the realist. Period. And if you remember, I was selling these. I still have a few. If you still interested, bitch, I got a hella shot glasses, real ratchet and reckless. Get yours. But I'm taking this shot because I'm back and I'm better. I've been gone. It's been a minute. And, you know, shit has changed. Shit has definitely changed for me. My mentality, my life, my environment, my circle, my money. Bitch, stop. Okay, so I'm going to take this shot. Cheers to new beginnings. Cheers to imperfections, right? Because we're back and that's all that matters. And I just feel hopping on his mic. That's why I had to take this shot. Already has me feeling some type of way. And every time I sit in this chair and I get a mic in front of me, I remember, bitch, this is where you belong. The Real, the Ratchet, and the Reckless is officially back, bitch. I had to take a vacation to give y'all bitches a little head start or whatever. Because there's room for all of us. I will say that. There's room for all of us. But, you know, the baddest bitch is back. This episode is called Fuck Bitches, Get Money. Let's go. Cheers. Wait, let me get my chaser. Yeah, bitch. I'm still ratchet. And my nail popped off and I was like, perfect. Aesthetic. Perfect. Just perfect. Okay. So this episode, this episode is sponsored by Two Moods. If you don't follow her, make sure you do that right now. I am currently hooked on her ginger shots, bitch. She makes me take it every morning. She's my sister. And she cold presses anything you want. You want to cold press hot Cheetos? She got you. You want to cold press Oreos? She got you. But most importantly, she cold presses grapefruit, all the healthy shit. She keep me looking fly when I can. So today I'm taking this shot with some bomb ass real organic pineapple juice, bitch. Cheers to the Real, the Ratchet, and the Reckless. Back in your ear. Let's go. Tequila and pineapple. That's what that was right there. That was a shot of Don Don. I think it was Blanco, right? Silver. I don't know, bitch. I don't know what I be drinking. I be drinking it though. So let's start. Let's motherfucking start. Look, bitch, I hope all is well. Welcome back to the Real, the Ratchet, and the motherfucking Reckless, bitch. Am I real? Forever. Am I ratchet? Forever. Am I reckless? I will say since the last episodes, I have calmed down. That is just something, y'all, that I had to do because I don't want to go to jail. You know what I mean? Like, there's enough of my people in there and we need to stop that. The cycle stops here. Now, the question is, the Real, the Ratchet, and Reckless is back. First things first, bitch. What the fuck is going on with the Real, Ratchet, and Reckless? What should we expect? What's to come? And I know we always talk about what's to come and what's real shit. Like, I'm gonna tell you real life shit. Real life shit, you already know that. And you struggle because we all struggle, bitch. And that's why I'm on this platform to tell you, bitch, I'm right here with you. Shout out to everyone and their fucking hustle. Shout out to everyone that's still hustling, whatever it is. If you have a podcast and you just started one, I know a few girls that I know, two girls that I met this one time at the Night of the Blackskins. Shout out the Night of the Blackskins that I met one time. And I don't know what was it about them that I like them. And they were like, we want to start a podcast. I was like, bitch, do it. Like, y'all got the perfect energy. They were like a duo. And the other day, like, I will say, you know what? Let me give them a specific shout out. Like, Hoops and Harmony. I hope I got that right. Let me just shout y'all out. I love the name of your podcast. I love that I only met y'all once and I feel like I know y'all. I love your content. I love that it shows that y'all hustling because I know what it is to chase a dream and chase a podcast. All of what it is to even find someone that's on your level. So shout out to y'all for like bringing each other together. I don't know why. I just felt like I needed to say that on here. So shout out Hoops and Harmony. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. But people like that have like reminded me like how hard it is. And it's like, when I see people doing it, I'm like, bitch, it is hard. You're not the only one that thinks anything you do is hard. We still got to do it. Like, we still got to do it. At the end of the day, it still has to get done. I live in South Central. Like, I was born and raised there, bitch. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you know exactly where I live. And it's like I've said this 100 times before, bitch. I've had cute little things here that my mom and my parent and my dad made happen for me. But, bitch, no. This is all I got. This bedroom is all I got. You know what I mean? So, but what I do got is a talent, bitch. Let me tell you that right there. What I do have is talent, and what I do have is realness. And I feel like my realness is what leads me to this shit like this. I'm scrambling right now. But my voice and my story and my struggles is real ratchet and reckless. Like, that's what this is. And that's what you're gonna see on this podcast. So I hope to just keep it one-on-one like this, because this is all I got right now is this wall, because I got a new bed, I got a new dresser. Like, I want my bedroom to feel like a bedroom, because for so long it was a studio. And I wasn't doing shit in there. So, bitch, I was on the couch. I was sleeping on the couch for the studio, and I wasn't doing shit. And it wasn't because I didn't love the podcast. It's just life happens, and you know that. We all know that. And sometimes you're just like, I'll be right back. And that's literally what I did. I said, I'll be right back. I was hustling. If you follow me on Instagram, bitch, you know I was working 2 to 3 jobs in the beginning of the summer. I brought it down to 2. Then it went down to 1. And I'm back at 2 again. But it paid off. I got to save money that I've never saved money before. So, bitch, money is for sure going to be a topic on this motherfucking podcast. I got to save, I think, up to almost 2,000 and something dollars. I'm 29. Woo! Oh! I'm 28 years old. I will be 29 in a few months. Why would I just add that to myself like that? I just, I like to practice. I'm already practicing to say, I'm 29, bitch, what's good? So it's like, I'm pushing 30, right? Which I'm excited about my 30s. We'll talk about that. I'm already planning my party, bitch, you're invited. And I'm already like, I'm late 20s, right? I'm 28. And I'm just like, fuck, like, I need to learn to save money. I need to learn to have money. Like, if there was an emergency, that money needs to be there. Luckily for me, though, there was no emergency around the time where I saved all that money. So, bitch, I went to Belize. So, if you follow me on Instagram, bitch, go check that out. I had such an amazing time with my cousin. She turned, bitch, did you turn 30 or 31? You turned 31? I think she turned 31. Shout out JD. If you know JD, you know JD was good. And yeah, we were out there, bitch. We were out there living our best life. And then I took a few, I don't know what, bitch, I was everywhere. It was a hot girl summer. And to everybody, hot girl summer means something else. To me, it literally means like, it's a hot girl summer. Like, I look hot, I look good, I'm outside. So it was definitely a hot girl summer. And everyone is just like, bitch, where's the podcast? I'm like, it's right here. It's literally right here. It's right here. It's right here. Like, it'll be back. So I told myself, like, I keep writing notes. I keep dedicating 30 minutes here and there to like, put what is to come for the real ratchet and reckless. And then one day I was just like, bitch, you just need to record. So today was the day. Shout out to all the viewers. Shout out to all the viewers. Shout out to all the lovers, all the haters, all the followers, all the fans. Bitch, we out here. Let me literally read to you guys what I wrote. And then we'll go in there. Because I want to read. I like reading my little notes. Life at 28. Not 29. Life at 28 is not what it was 3 years ago. What? I was 25? Yeah, it's not. The life of a real ratchet and reckless homegirl. Yes, I'm your homegirl. And where all of that has gotten me. So yeah, throughout all of this, you'll see that who I am, real ratchet and reckless. That's who I've been. That's who I've always been. And I always separate that from my careers or wherever I work. When you interview me, I am exactly that. And I feel like if you my boss, any of my bosses are watching, you know I'm a good bitch. But besides that, before applying, I've always been a real person. And again, I shout out my parents, especially my daddy, for that. And in this life and in this industry, it's a lot of weirdness. And I will say that. It's a lot of weirdness. It's a lot of fakeness. And people always talk about exposing people. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not my type. Like, number one, I will never give you that energy. Number two, if you focus on other people and what they doing, bitch, you're doing something wrong. You're doing it wrong. Let those people be them people, and you focus on your goals and what you're going to do, like the real, the ratchet, and the reckless. So that's what we're doing. But let me drop this notebook over here, and let me tell you what's been going on, bitch. Fuck bitches, get money. And you've heard it on songs. You've heard it everywhere. If you're not making me money, bitch, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're just wasting money together? It's a no, bitch. It's a no. And if you're with me when we save money and we're going to go on a trip, I fuck with that. But I'm telling you, you've seen it here. You've seen it on Instagram where I'm like, oh, I'm going to hustle. I'm going to hustle. So let me tell you how hustling has been going for me. And just what I've been going through in my daily life, because it is episode 1 and I just got to catch you up, bitch. And I promise you probably what you're going through, I'm going through. So maybe this helps. So the last thing you heard of the podcast, it was going on the go, right? But I couldn't go on the go because I was broke. So you would see me at events. You would see me everywhere, right? Like, I was part of it and I love that. And I'm still interested and I'm still part of that. Especially in LA. Like, bitch, you need LA, bitch, you come to me. This LA. Just like a lot of you bitches. But it's always gonna be a big talk. Like people from the valley say they from LA, they not whatever. Like I said, I don't focus on that. If you LA, you know we LA, like you know what LA is. And if you feel LA, bitch, good for you. But I really want to get into what it's been like for me. And, I was like connecting with everybody in my community because this is where I live, and everybody that I connected with didn't live that far from me. And shout out to everybody still pushing, because everybody I collab with or work with, like I see y'all pushing and I love it. And that's why another reason why it makes me get up on this mic today. But I just wanted to jump into that. Like, how I had to stop real quick because yes, this is my dream. Yes, this is my goal. And I will continue to pursue it in the 30 minutes, in the hour, in a week, in the little time that I can. I will give you podcast this time. So yeah, bitch, I basically started hustling. Like I got 2 jobs. I was serving again and I'm supervising at crypto, bitch. I don't like to post too much. If you follow me on TikTok, I don't post crypto because I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, that's where I work. Maybe I shouldn't be saying where I work, but that's where I work. Maybe you can't find me if you go to crypto, but if you see me, you'll see me. And I'm there and I love it. And I'll talk about that in another episode. What it is to work in a professional environment like that, where not everybody's professional, but they pretend to be professional and then they fake and then it's weird and it's like, because I have no problem talking about that. And then server life is definitely hustlers. Again, I want to come on here to shout out the restaurant industry in general, bitch. Servers, bartenders, like bussers, like fuck. Shout out to you, because it is a hustle, and it's a little adrenaline kick. It's a rush. It's fun, and we make our money, but it beats us. Like we're tired as fuck. So I stacked up, bitch. I saved money. I learned how to save money. And what's crazy is like why I said that life is not what it was 3 years ago is because let's see what I've learned. Let's get to the point what I've learned in the last 3 years since things have changed. So COVID hit, right? And then COVID taught us a lot of things. It taught us our focuses and it taught us who's really there for us and who's not. It also exposed people in different ways. And I'll say this in generally, like it kind of, I feel like, especially in the age that I'm at, and like, you see for some reason, I don't know if I'm the only one, but my feed on TikTok throws a lot of people in my age, which I think is pretty fucking cool because it's like similar issues. So it talks about how like it's a trend going on what happened this year, and people lost friends and people lost jobs and people gain new friends or gain new opportunities, and just like things changed drastically for them. And I was like, fuck, I can relate, because if you're watching here now, like definitely my circle changed. Like I'm not around the people I used to be around, and that's just real shit. And like I said, whenever you change who you're around or who you're not around, you got to learn to keep it pushing. And I think that's one thing people will try to like do, but don't do. And it's like, we're in this place where trending, like, especially Cardi B, like, I got candles in that bitch head. Like, yes, it gets us hype, but bitch, don't worry about whose head you in. Like if you don't fuck with who you don't fuck with, you just don't fuck with them. You don't speak on them, you don't talk about them, you don't check up on them, you don't follow up on them. It's mad weird. And I think that we're in a place where we have, and I say this because you've probably been there. You've probably lost somebody. You're probably not around the same people anymore. Your environment, your job has probably changed, and you're like, oh shit, I'm not where I used to be, or I'm not in the environment I used to be. And you need to let that go, bitch. You know how they be like, let the past go? Like you really need to let that shit go. You don't live there no more. Like you're not in that space no more. So you don't talk about it. And I think that's one thing that I learned to do in general with everybody that's been in my life. Like, if you're gonna continue to be in my life, we're not talking about the past. Like, we just not. Like, if we have bad blood in the past, or like whatever it is, like we're moving forward, and you're only here with me, or you're only around me if you want to move forward. Because again, we all have shit we've done. We all have shit we regret. And bitch, as long as you own up to that shit, and literally own up to that shit, because people will sit here and be like, yeah, I know I did this, but like, no, own up what you did and just keep it pushing, bitch. Just learn from your mistakes. Learn to accept it, to really accept what you are and who you are. And if you don't like who you were, bitch, change it. Like really start, like they say, moving in the direction that the person you want to be would do. Right, bitch? So just connecting those two. If you're in a space that you were in, if you're in a new space and you're no longer in the space you used to be, live in that moment. Don't talk about the past. Don't talk about who you don't fuck with because you don't fuck with no more, or what happened. No. Nobody cares, bitch. Especially probably who you talking about don't care. At the end of the day, everyone's just trying to live, bitch. So just do your best to live and keep positivity around you. And it's hard. And I'm going to tell you why it's hard. Because I've been the bitch to like be very, oh, and this is real right now. This is coming from my heart. It must have been the shot. I don't know. I've gone through shit. Like I've gone through shit. My pre-adult and my childhood, right? Like all of us, like you, like everybody, because everybody always trying to. And that's another thing. Everybody always trying to compare their trauma and their childhood, and I've been through worse. But it's like if I never lived your trauma, I don't know what that worst feels like. Only you know what that feels like. I know what my worst feels like. I know where I've been. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't compare your struggles. That's number one. Don't do that. But to just connect to what I was saying, like I've been through some shit. And that's just me. Like that's just my life. What I feel. I've been through some shit. We're just talking about me. And through it all, I've always been very positive. Through it all, I've always I always feel like everything's gonna be okay. To this day, I genuinely feel that. But there would be times where I'll fight myself and I'll tell myself, like, bitch, everything's good, like we good. It wasn't good, bitch. Like I said, I had no money really. Like, don't get me wrong, I was doing what I was like what I love, but I had to stop and really hustle because the podcast wasn't paying me. It's still not paying me, right? So I was like, fuck, like I still need to get money. So I had to be realistic, and everybody would be like, oh, you gotta be realistic, and I'm like, bitch, I am being realistic. Everything is gonna be okay, which is 100. But there's things that we can do to fix the struggles we're going through without just being optimistic. And I'm optimistic. But I've been going through some shit, and it has nothing to do with nobody. Trust me, nobody but me. And maybe you can relate. But I've always been the bitch like everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna be on top. Like I'm gonna make it, and I still believe that to this day. But it don't always feel like that. And I'm here to talk about the days that don't feel like. And it just ran to be a Meg. Bad bitches have bad days too, right? Is that what Meg said? See, yeah, I love Meg, and I love her for that reason. I feel also too like I'm a real big fan of Meg, but only because, like those people I always say Snoop Dogg. Like, I feel like if I were to meet Snoop Dogg, I'd feel like it'd be my neighbor or something. Like, I know Snoop Dogg. It feels like that. I feel like that's somewhat with Meg. Like, I know where she comes from, and like, her lyrics are all bad, but I know a bad bitch hurt. You know what I mean? The real bad bitches, they hurt. But bad bitches have bad days too, bitch. And lately, I've been having bad days. And I think it's what's crazy is what brought me here to today. That it's like, I've been complaining, right? So I was serving, and I love the environment that I work with. Shout out my manager, shout out the cook, shout out the team. The restaurant in Brentwood that I serve at, I fucking love. I love because it's like a family, and we all share the struggle, and we all help each other. We all feed each other. Like we all bring each other snacks. And then I'm back at my other job where I supervise, and it's a whole, like, don't get me wrong, I got the supervisor pants like I do, but it's so crazy that the higher you go in places, it's like, and like it could be unmotivating because I love in the environment that I work where I supervise, because I feel like it's me. Like it's fast, it's moving, there's fans, there's drinks, like everybody's fun. I'm fun, bitch. I'm where the party at. I love the party. You know what I mean? And I don't want to serve forever. But the people that I work with where I serve, I adore. And it's so different to where I work at. And it's just fakeness. Like it's just fake. And it kind of brings a toll on me, especially because I'm doing 10 to 12 hours, sometimes 9, but it's usually 10 and up, right? 10 hours. And my feet hurt, bitch. I try to be cute. I try to dress to look good, to feel good, because if I look good, I feel good. But work will already automatically stress you. And you always tell yourself, like, don't stress. You don't do that to yourself. They don't pay you enough to stress, bitch. They don't. They don't pay me enough to stress. So I try to like get myself out of that funk, but bitch, I've been in a funk. Like I've been in a funk. That's why I got my hair dyed. Like I literally pulled the money out of my savings, and I was like, I need to go retouch my hair because I don't. When I do my hair, I'm not feeling myself. So I had to go redo my hair. We're gonna talk about health on this bitch too. Health, weight, like weight has always been an issue. I'm keeping it real. Like not an issue, but like it's been a struggle to maintain weight, to lose weight, to gain weight. Like I've always fluctuated it just in my jeans. But bitch, I still look good. Like bitch, hide him. I could still take your man. You know what I mean? But it's like I just in general with me, like people will be like, oh, but you look good, bitch. I know. I know I look good, but it's like only you know what your greatest is. Like only you know. It's like when you're chasing something, only you know what satisfies you. And I know what satisfies me, bitch. I know what satisfies me. I have goals. So it's like weight is definitely a thing. So it's like I try not to eat after 7. That's real. That's been a struggle. I try not to eat after 7. And somehow like I'll be busy all fucking day and I'm like, shit, I gotta eat. I like at the time I'm eating at 8, 9 o'clock. So that's been a struggle. So it's like things like that. The podcast, me sleeping, I'm mad tired. I've been sleeping a lot. You know what I mean? I haven't been getting on my workouts. Don't get me wrong. I don't go ham on the gym, but I love a good hike. Like I love a good hike. Another girl, shout out, Sweat So Motherfucking Good. I love that you do group hikes. And some of y'all follow me and y'all know I do group hikes. So shout out you. for having that for the community, right? I like to do group things. I like to join the community. Let me not hunch over with my bad posture because I'm about to be 30. But it's just little things like that that have had me in a funk, and they don't sound that big of a deal, but they're a big deal. Like they all wrap up, they all get in a ball, bitch. I just paid my tags, which felt great, but now I'm like, fuck, I'm broke. And I still have no rim caps. My light just came on. I have a City Girl car. If you know, you know. All my lights are on, but I'm still at the Starbucks line. Like it says check engine. I have to do the oil change. I have what is it? Low pressure, low tire pressure. It's all of that. And that's to tell you, bad bitches struggle too, bitch. But I'm over here saying fuck all you hoes, and I still need to go to work. Like I still need to show up. So hopping on this podcast to let you know I'm back, bitch. Know that I'm grinding, bitch. I'm doing good. Life's still good. Still good. I still feel good. I still look good. But I'm hopping on here to share the struggles that I go through daily. So expect to talk about life, struggles, money, friendships, love life, bitch. Whatever I'm going through is going to be spilled on this podcast, on this mic. So if you just started following, welcome to The Real, The Ratchet, and The Reckless, where I talk about my life and my struggles. And I know you're going to be able to relate. And I hope that what I go through and my advice and my decisions help you make better decisions or bad decisions. If you've been a good girl, you need to break some rules. You're in the right spot, bitch. And also, if you're a bad bitch that been breaking the rules like I have, and you just, trying to fall back in line, bitch, this is also the perfect podcast for you. I will have guests eventually, but right now, as you guys know, before I had a bunch of guests, and I love the guests. Shout out to all the guests that ever entered in The Real, The Ratchet, and The Reckless. But for this time being right now, guests are definitely part of the plan. I get bored talking to myself. So you're definitely part of the plan. Guests will be on the show. I always want to bring on guests. You got to be a motherfucking ratchet, but you got to have a hustle. You got to have a hustle. You got to have a story. That's one way you can be a guest on my podcast. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that because I'm meeting with people. I need some studios. I can't bring you in my room. Like I lay right there, bitch. But yeah, that's what's to come. And shout out to everybody still waking up every motherfucking day and getting it, bitch. Shout out you. Know that I'm still hustling. I'm still working. And this is just a little intro. I will get into work. I will get into the drama. I will get into all that. But this episode was just to let you know, bitch, I'm back. I'm motherfucking back. If you didn't know, now you know. You can listen to this on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, bitch. Make sure to follow on the gram. But most importantly, follow me on TikTok, bitch. It is also The Real, The Ratchet, and The Motherfucking Reckless. And if you're watching me on TikTok, bitch, what's good? Let's get it. It's your girl, Nessa Nanas, and I'm signing the fuck out.